It's Joseph Brasher from Brasher Baseball Academy. Today I'm going to do a full review of the 3x Pitching Velocity program. So if you're looking at the program thinking that you might want to buy it, this would be a good video to watch. Now, quick disclaimer, I am a 3x coach. So I did go to Louisiana, I did get my certification. So there is some bias here because I'm deeply ingrained or somewhat ingrained in the organization. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to bring you good information, good facts, and tell you what's actually in the program. So starting off, there's a big bold claim on the front sales page, or at least there's at the date of this video, there is that you can add 5 to 10 miles an hour in 16 weeks. Now that's a pretty bold claim when it comes to pitching velocity programs, especially in that short amount of time. But is it possible to put on that much velocity in that short time frame? And the answer is yes, because I've done it and I've had many trainees do it. Put on 5 to 10 or add 5 to 10 miles an hour to their fastball in that 16-week period. Very possible. It's easier to do, I would say, to add that 5 to 10 miles an hour on if you're throwing slower. So maybe if you're throwing the 60s or 70s, definitely possible to add 5 or 10 miles an hour. I've seen it happen. I've personally done it. I jumped from the mid 60s to the mid 70s with just about 8 and 9 weeks of the training, and he wants to give you a full 16 weeks to finally see those results. But yes, it is possible. I've had trainees do it, add 7 to 8 miles an hour in that 16-week period, but between 5 to 10 is a good guess on the range. Now, if you're throwing in the 80s, it's going to be harder to put on that 5 to 10 miles an hour in that 16-week period, but you can do it still if you put in the work. That's the thing with this. That's really the thing with this program, is that if you're not ready to follow a schedule to the T and do the program to the T, then maybe the program is not for you. But if you do the program to the T, you will get that 5 to 10 mile an hour gain in that 16-week period. So let's talk about what's actually in the program. So on the site right now, I think there's 3 versions that he's selling. There's the Extreme Velocity Program, the Beginner's Guide, and then maybe another version of it. I'm not quite sure, but the one that I'm reviewing is the Extreme Pitching Velocity Program, which includes the Beginner's Guide anyway. So let's talk about the pros and cons of this program. I would think the pros of this program are the fact that you get so much content. You get so much stuff when you buy this program. I think it's priced at $500 right now, but it's worth it because you get so much information. You get the level 1 pitching velocity program, the level 2 pitching velocity program, and the level 3 pitching velocity program included, as well as the beginner's guide, 2 volumes of mechanics guides, some free videos, some other free content, 5 one-on-one coaching calls with Coach Brent, and a free video analysis. I mean, on and on it goes. You get a lot of value with this program. What's nice is this program, it's not just one level, so it's not just you buy it, you do it, and then you have to buy something else if you want to improve. He gives you all 3 levels of the program. And then if you get past level 3, you'll contact him. He'll give you something maybe a little more customized for you if you're at a high level. But for most guys, levels 1, 2, and 3 should be enough for you to see the gains you want. So that's nice. So let's say you do level 1 for 16 weeks, you see those gains and you want to improve and do something, and maybe it's a little more challenging, you can move on to level 2 and then you can level 3. So it's awesome that there's different levels of this program. And there's different levels for youth kids. There's the beginners program, which is kind of for maybe athletes 12 and younger or 14 and younger, or you could start the parts of the regular program at a younger age. But the beginners program is definitely for youth players who are just starting out trying to learn the correct mechanics. You can never start too early trying to learn the correct mechanics, trying to get the form down, the strength and conditioning program. You can never start too early. So the beginner program is great, and then once they get old enough, you can start to use the more advanced styles of training. So that's really nice. So you get a lot of content in this program. Another pro, which I said kind of comes with the content, is that you get 4 one-on-one coaching calls with Coach Brent, who created the program. And that is invaluable because when you buy a program, you don't just want to be cut off with the creator and go, here's your program, go do it. He wants to stay in contact with you because he wants to make sure that you are doing it correctly. There's a lot to this program. He wants to make sure you're doing it correctly and that you're not screwing anything up. He wants to make sure that the drills are being done properly and that all the lifting form is being done properly because Olympic lifting is used in this program. So he wants to get you started on the right track so you do see that 5 to 10 mile an hour gain in those 16 weeks. And that kind of leads us to one of the cons of this program, which is there's a steep learning curve to this program, and there's a lot of information in here. So if you're just starting the program, yeah, it's a bit to cover, and There's a lot of new things to learn, and a lot of them are very challenging. So this program can be discouraging in the beginning, but it's worth it if you push through and you learn how to do the correct things, you learn how to do the lifting. If you get through all that giant learning curve and you do your research and you read what he wants you to read and you do the drills correctly, you will see the results. But there is a lot to this. So that's why he has 3X coaches. That's why I'm a 3X coach for Washington State, because when players buy the program in the state or parents buy it, and they're like, I'm not sure how to teach this to my kid, and I can't foot the bill for a trip to Louisiana for a camp. That's why the 3X coaches are here. They can come to us and we can help them through it on a one-to-one basis instead of kind of just maybe talking to them over the phone, which maybe isn't as easy to convey what we're trying to do. That's why there's 3X coaches, so we can help them out. And that's what I do. A lot of my trainees, they buy the 3X Pitching Velocity program, then I help them through it, and so they see their gains quicker. They don't screw up, they don't do things wrong, and maybe end up backtracking. So that would be the biggest con, is there's a lot here and there's a steep learning curve. But to me, the pros definitely outweigh the cons, because if you do the program, you do the 16 weeks, you commit to it, you will see that 5 mile an hour gain. He says it's guaranteed. It's basically guaranteed as far as what I've seen with my trainees and myself. You do those 16 weeks, you are going to see the progress. If you look on his website, all of his 90 mile an hour testimonials, there's so many guys who have gone from the 90s, from the 80s, or even from the 70s and have gone to the 90s. There's so many guys there on that site. One of the guys on the site on there, his name is Colton Turner. He's one of the trainees that I trained through the program. He started off in the mid 80s, touching 84, 85, and he jumped all the way to 94 miles an hour in a tryout. So that was a 9 mile an hour gain. So that's right in that 5 to 10 mile an hour range. So it's not uncommon, even for guys throwing in the mid 80s, to see a bump in velo pretty soon. So overall, this program, if you're looking for a program that will give you results, but you're going to have to put in a lot of work, you're going to definitely have to put in a lot of work and a lot of research, and you're going to have to think through this program and understand it from a mental side of things, then yes, this program is for you. If you're looking for something that's a little lighter, a little easier, just take pieces from here and there. That's another thing with this program. You can't just grab one piece and do it and then grab another piece from a program and do it. You have to do the whole thing. So if you're maybe in a summer season, you're like, oh, I just want to do the med ball throws, and now that's fine. You can just start off just doing some of the mechanics stuff and maybe working your way into it, but don't expect the 5 to 10 mile an hour gain if you're only doing part of the program. And at that point, why are you spending the full money to buy it? So if you're looking to just pick pieces from programs, you're like, I'm going to buy this, just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, it's not really going to work as well as just doing the whole thing. You really need to include all of the training, all the lifting, all the throwing, all the med ball throws. That's how you get the results in this program. So, if you're playing in season right now, I wouldn't buy it maybe yet. But once you get to an off season, definitely research it. I mean, you can buy it in season because there is an in-season and preseason program just to get your feet wet and understand what's going on, because it takes a while to figure out what's in this program. So it would be a good idea to buy it in season just to see what's in it, so you can get yourself prepared for your off season when you go into training, and then you know what you're doing instead of just buying it at the beginning of the off season and trying to learn it on hand. So if you're looking for a program that's going to, basically guarantee you results, it's not 100% guaranteed, but basically know that you're going to put in the work, which is a lot of work, but if you put in the work, you're going to get results. This program is for you. And this is the program that I coach through right now, and with many of my trainees, I use a lot of the principles with the 3X Pitching Velocity program through that. So thank you for watching this review. If you have any questions about the program, anything about the camp or the program, which I'm going to do a review on the camp here pretty soon, leave them down below in the comments and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability. Your best guess would probably be asking Brent Porcio himself, maybe on Twitter or any other social media platform, what is in the program, but I will do my best to answer. Now, if you're looking for something that's not $500 right now and you just want something quick, I have a guide, go from throwing in the 70s to going to the 80s. That's a free guide. It's in the description. Click the link below to get that guide. Just give me your email and I'll send that to you to get you kind of started on the right track. So maybe you don't want the 3X Pitching Velocity program yet. We want to get started on the right track as a high school or college athlete. Go ahead, download that guide right now and you'll get you on the right track today. So thank you guys for watching.